video for tomorrow.
Alrighty guys, this is your 2.7 Gamma Order of Operation practice. Okay, so this is your review. You guys have a test when you come back, so make sure that you have this done. Alright, so this is your assignment. Okay, I'm looking at the dates. It's your assignment for the 27th, so that would be yesterday. Alright, here we go. Number 1. Remember what gamma is? G stands for grouping. Grouping means you put things together, and usually things that are grouping will be in parentheses or in bracket, something like that. So, for example, you could have like 3x plus 4x. Okay, so you would put those together. That's called grouping. The next part is called exponent. Okay, that's an exponent. And an exponent is just the numbers up here. So, for example, if I have 3 to the 4th, this means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. That's what that means. And to type it on a calculator, this right here, you would type 3, and you would use this button right here. See that? To the 4th, and you're going to get 81. Not 3 times 4, but 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Okay? Next is M, and this one you go left to right, izquierda to derecha. So this is multiply. And multiply, sometimes you see a parentheses, or you may see it like 2 times 3 like that, and that's the same thing. Okay? And the other one is divide. Now, divide, you may see it like this, 6 divided by 3, or you may see 6 divided by 3. That is a divide. This is a divide also. By the way, this is called a fraction. Okay? So, top number is called the numerator. Bottom number is called your denominator. Next step, puzzle 4. This is add, and the symbol for add is that symbol right there. Sometimes you hear the word plus. Sometimes you hear the word sum of. All those means the same thing. And you also hear the word positive, which means add. S stands for subtract, and the symbol for subtract is that minus. Sometimes you hear the word minus. Sometimes you hear the word negative. Sometimes you hear the word decreasing. Okay? And here sometimes you hear the word increasing. So all this means add. So you do it in this order. G, grouping, exponent, multiply, divide, and subtract. All right, I'm going to do an example for you. This one is evaluate each using the values given, okay? So if you look, x is equal to 2, y is equal to negative 2. So you're going to plug in where x and y are, just right there. So number 1, and you have to use order of operation. So negative 6, when they're next to each other, it means multiply. Y is negative 2 minus parentheses 3 minus parentheses. There's your y again. Negative 2 plus x, which is 2. Okay? Order of operation. So let me scoot this up a little bit. Do what's inside the parentheses first, because there's your grouping right there. So negative 2 plus 2 comes out to be 0. Okay? And you bring everything else down. So sorry, that should be a negative 2. Okay? Next step, you do this one first because you still have it in grouping. 3 minus 0 is 3 minus negative 6 times negative 2 minus. Next step, Multiplication comes before adding, so you're going to multiply first. Negative 2 times negative 6 is positive 12. Bring down your negative 3. That's a minus 3. And then you add or subtract. Last step. So 12 minus 3 is 9. Okay? On your calculator, this is your minus, and this is your negative. You only type that at the beginning. All right, let's look at example 3. Where you see an M, you're going to plug negative 3. Where you see an N, you're going to plug in a 4. So, parentheses, M, negative 3 divided by 3, parentheses, N squared. So, 4 squared plus M, negative 3. Okay? Work inside the parentheses first. So, you got this to do. Negative 3 divided by negative 3. Sorry, negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1. 4 squared is 16. Whenever you have these two together, you just write it as minus. Okay? Next step, groupings first. 16 minus 3 is 13. Bring down your negative 1. When they're next to each other like that, that means you multiply, so you're going to combine these two. Negative 1 times 13 is negative 13. And there you have your answer. Alrighty. Okay, let's look at example 4. Same scenario. If you have an M, it's going to be a 3. If you have an N, it's going to be a negative 1. So parentheses, 3, parentheses, 3 plus negative 1 divided by 6. Okay? Take care of that first. So 3 plus negative 1 is 2 divided by 6. Next step, multiply those first. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 divided by 6. And then you divide. That symbol is to divide. So 6 divided by 6 is 1. All right, let's go to number 5. Okay, same thing. Number 5, here we go. P is negative 5, Q is 2. So when they're next to each other, this means time. P is negative 5 times Q is 2 squared minus Q, which is 2. All of that divided by 2. Order of operation. Deal with the top one first. Okay? So, you're going to, exponent comes before multiplying, so you're going to square that first. Negative 5. 2 squared is 4 minus 2 divided by 2. Work everything at the top first. Next step, you are going to multiply, because multiplication comes before adding and subtracting. Negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. Bring down your 2 divided by 2. Remember, work the top first and then the bottom next, okay? Before you divide by this line. Negative 20 divided by 2 is negative 22 divided by 2. And now you can divide. Negative 22 divided by 2 is negative 11. And there's your final answer. I need you to pause. Your assignment is number 6 through number 9 first. Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. It is number 10 through number 19. Number 10 through 19. We'll go with this problem. So you need to pause. Okay? Work on that assignment first. I'm actually going to stop right here and I'll do the second part on a different video.